Come be in the skies with me. Welcome. My sister just texted me, don't be late. We text each other at the same time at 8:58. And I was like, don't be late. You said I can't hear you? Y'all gotta leave and come back in. I don't know what's going. I don't know what's going. I don't know what's going. But let's go ahead and get in started with the show. Shoot. Welcome in, lovelies, new and true. Welcome to the Crystaline Mars show, baby boo. I am your co-host, Mrs. Duüblé Jones. I am the lady with the stones to come here and to leave us alone. So head over to the website, crystalinemars.com, for your custom crystal jewelry. She over there. I gotta get the stone of the day, baby. Hold on. Hold on. So I showed y'all earlier for the blast, but I gotta spin the block for that ass. We have the stone of the 48 is this gorgeous amethyst piece. Gorgeous amethyst piece available on crystalinemars.com. 20% off, bringing her down to $140 US. And you'll get free shipping as well. So this is how she looks. You could get better pictures and quality and things like that on the website. But she'll be on sale until for the next 48, or until she gets claimed, whichever is the quickest. So that's what we have for today and the next 48. And hold on, let me put her back. He gave me oven, made me feel so special. This is the countdown. So we got the countdown playing in the background. We're going. But yes, y'all. So y'all meet us here every night. Thank you, baby boo. Hey, Mystique and Sheba. Meet us here every night, y'all. Turn notifications on so you don't miss a beat when it comes to the content that we drop, as well as when I go live. And if you'd like to enter our merchandise raffle that we will be holding on the 1st of February, you can do so. $5 per entry. The information is down below for our YouTube lovelies. For our lovelies running it back on Instagram, head over to YouTube for the replay first of all. But nonetheless, Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay, Zelle, Venmo. You can send your love offerings in, and we'll be pulling our winners on live on the Crystaline Mars show in just a few days. So I look forward to sharing that space. I also did upload the new moon in Aquarius energy video on our YouTube, so y'all can go ahead and start working with it. I did channel some beautiful energy for the daily energy tomorrow, which is a great day to go ahead and start working with the energy, because the ground is fertile, right? The shadow period we do enter. So we have that growing on. And meet us on all social media platforms. We are currently restricted from TikTok live again, y'all. I don't know what the hell, what I done said. Brother Logas said maybe something with AI done did something or something like that. Cause it said that we was talking about drugs, and I didn't say anything about drugs. So I don't know. So for now, we're live on Facebook. We're live. Oh damn, I made it worse. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I be drawing my little moles with my eyeliner. But yeah, so we're live on Facebook on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And we're banned from TikTok till the 28th. Annoying. So I just wanted to let y'all know about that. And yeah. So we about to go ahead and get into the message of the day. Peace, Kyla and Jasmine. Graffiti said, ooh, when you asked to smoking herb, what happened? So, y'all, the message of the day is life gonna always life, so you might as well enjoy it. I was gonna write life is life. Life gonna always be life, and so you might as well find the joy in it. And I was like, it ain't about finding nothing. And then I was like, okay, well, life be life, and so you might as well create joy in it. And I was like, ain't creating nothing. And then I ended up coming up with life be life, and so you might as well motherfucking enjoy it. Enjoy it. Whatever it is. Embrace the bitters. We got the bitter right here. We got the bitter right here. So add you some damn sugar, and remembering that you get to experience certain things. You get to work, right? You get to take care of your kids, even if it's just you, single mamas, single daddies. You get to do these things. You get to breathe. You get to live in this home. You get to drive in your car, right? You get to spend this time by yourself and really get familiar with yourself. It's something that you are blessed to receive and be able to experience. So embrace it. The fuck? And you're going to find that it's going to always be some shit. If it ain't one thing, it's the other. Because some of y'all like, oh my gosh, if I just get my lover, everything going to be okay. Baby boo, sad news for you. When that lover come in, trust and believe, it's going to be some other shit. Hell, your lover may get on your motherfucking nerves. Right? You're going to find something to complain about. So let's find things to be grateful about, be grateful for. Okay? So that's what we got. We got pay raise. In the back, I ain't even see it. So it's something here that you ain't even seeing. You over here bitter. It's bittersweet. Yes, I'll always love you. Whoa. When we were together, you ain't treat me right. Damn, I really love ya. I ain't gonna lie. Yes, I'll always love you. It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. If y'all don't know that song, that's Bittersweet by Fantasia. Y'all might want to go listen to that song just to sing your motherfucking heart out, bitch. Like, even if ain't nothing bitter, your ass gonna really feel that song. But we have the bitters and we have the pay raise. So, again, embrace, because life go motherfucking life at the end of the day. All right? Mystique said, today I cried for Hellas this rising. For real? Instagram froze. Kind of said, I shade on the kids. I got to remember that part for sure. It's set up just the way it need to be. God will not put more on you than you can bear. So if this is what you got, this is what you are strong enough to carry. All right? You like, woo, this weight, these bags is heavy. Yep, and you strong. Next. Now let's go. Get that ass up. I'm seeing somebody in boot camp. Bless said, for some reason, I have to look up your page to see if you're live. It's not at the top of my stories. That's so weird. That's so weird. Oh, Graffiti said, when you ask who's smoking, that's probably why they banned you. Oh, dang. And was I talking about the roll-up by that time? That was later, I think. But I didn't even say I was speaking in code. God damn, AI. But that might be it. That might be it. What is your PayPal? Yes, Miss Sheba, you asked for the PayPal yesterday. If you look down in the description, you'll see the direct link, if I'm not mistaken. But our PayPal is crystalinemars@gmail.com. crystalinemars@gmail.com. Thank you so much, Sheba. Yeah, I meant Mystique. But yes, y'all. And my dad said, dude, I live with has demons. I don't want to F with you. Don't want to fuck with me. Starting biz, looking for land, and I will grit my teeth and bear it till I get out. Don't have a home. Badass energy. Return to damn sender. Yikes. Okay. Kyla said, you've asked that previously though. Greetings. Peace, y'all. Peace, y'all. Peace, y'all. Hey, Nas. How are you, babe? So we got I Believe playing the song. Never doubt. Every minute, every hour, I believe. This is my song by Sounds of Blackness. I love some Sounds of Blackness. So let's go ahead and get into the daily energy, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the daily energy. Like, how can you enjoy your motherfucking life where you are right now? For real, for real. For real, for real. So let's get into it. The daily energy for January 26th. We have this energy where you want to be serious. My mama said this is my daddy song, for real. And I just was talking to my sister. We're going to talk about this real quick. I was just talking to my sister, and she experienced a tower moment just recently. And she said that my brother, who lives a few hours away, she's in Savannah, Georgia. He's in Atlanta. And she said that our brother said that her father, our daddy, bitch, sent him to Savannah. Because he didn't know why he needed to be there. He just knew he needed to be there, not knowing that my sister was going through what she was going through. So I'm just getting that I just had to share that with y'all real quick, because some of y'all may feel like you're going through a crisis, or there may be something that happens, and God's going to bring in just the support, the resources that you need. Because my brother pretty much was able to help my sister out. And it was like, okay, you lost one job, but I got you over here, you know? So the support is here. The support is here, and you are not alone, okay? You are not alone. All right. And the universe going to show you that. You're going to find like, wow, you may have been just feeling like by yourself this whole time. Like, bruh, I can't count on nobody. I can't count on nobody. And you're going to see just who you can count on. And it's going to be those people who maybe you weren't always talking to. It's going to be those people who you maybe had some beef with in the past. And when I say beef, it could be like little petty beef, you know, petty little stuff where you just was like, you know what, I'm good on you or whatever. But Spirit's bringing y'all back together to heal, to build. And you're going to see that it was just what you needed. You just kind of had to let certain things do what it do. But your support is here for you, okay? So remain optimistic, okay? That's another song by The Sounds of Blackness that I love. As long as you keep your head to the sky, right? So the daily energy. Thank you so much, Nikita, for your love offering. Nikita, is that for a reading? I did get a PayPal. Was that from you, Miss Sheba? But the daily energy, y'all. So the moon is in Sagittarius, but it's going to be transiting into Capricorn. So I was picking up on this energy where you're going to want to be serious. You're going to want to be serious. There may be some things that you have to do, some things on your checklist that you just been like, it could be a list that you just been checking at, like, whew, okay, I got that done. Whew, I got more to do. Whew, I got more to do. And that's what inspired the message of the day. Life gonna always motherfucking life. It is. It is. It is. So you might as well enjoy that bitch. Some of y'all need to get the fuck out the house. Some of y'all been homebodies, and it's like, you know, go to a damn bar, bitch. Go shoot some pool, bitch. Go to Dave and Buster's. I don't know what the hell you need to do, but go outside. Get outside. Get out of that space. Thank you so much, my love. I appreciate it, and I send it back times a million. Was that for general love, or did you want to read it, Miss Sheba? Let's be clear. So on this day, Spirit's calling for you to do that, to allow some play. To allow some play, whatever that looks like for you. Whatever that looks like for you. I don't know what that looks like for you. And you may not even have the energy to goddamn play. Because some of y'all like, Duublé, I'm tired. Bitch, I'm tired. Right? So even if that play looks like rest, sleeping in for a little bit without shaming yourself. Because how often do you allow yourself to rest, and the moment you wake up, you're like, whew, I really slept 4 hours? Damn. I should have been doing so-and-so, or I could have been doing so-and-so, or I got this to do. It's like, bruh, no. Rest and get up like, okay, now, what do I get to do? What do I get to do? Because I done did what I wanted to do, which was get some rest, which was go to grab a little nice little lunch, or go hang out with the kids, or whatever. Right? So don't shame yourself for choosing to take this little breaky break. Because the moon being in Sagittarius, then moving into Capricorn, Sagittarius is like freedom, fun, expansion. You know, I want to get out and, you know, do something a little different, bring some freshness in my life. And Capricorn is like street lights. Capricorn energy is like street lights. Remember you got this to do. Ain't nobody got time for that plan. Hell, get the hell in the house. Sit your ass down, do your homework. And so being that we got both of those energies, it's like, okay, you might have some things that you have to do on this day, on the 26th. But you could spare an hour, bitch, an hour and a half, 2 hours. Just don't get carried away. Just don't let the whole day go by and you ain't do nothing to, you know, productive. But we got a whole 24. We got a whole 24. Hell, I don't know what time you be rising in the morning. You may have them, but no, because a lot of y'all, even if you do rise later, your ass go to sleep later 9 times out of 10. So if you rising at 11, 9 times out of 10, you ain't going to bed till around 11 unless you just have a long day, you got to work and stuff like that, and you may go to sleep a little earlier. But it's more so you got time. You got a little time to spare. You do. So allow yourself to rest, recover, play, and work. All of it, okay? This will be a good day to plan ahead, plan a week ahead as well. You may already know what your week is going to look like when it comes to what's going to be expected of work, what you got to do in the house or whatever. So this will be a good day to just write it down, make it plain. Like, okay, this is what I want my Monday to do, what I'm going to do on Monday, this is what I'm going to do on Tuesday, this is what I'm going to do on Wednesday. And obviously, as the days come, you may need to make some adjustments, and we can do that. But it may help for you to just write some things down and plan, because that's what this Capricorn energy is bringing. And I channeled this master reset because the daily energy adds up to 9, but Sunday in numerology represents 1. Leo represents 1. And so we got Sunday 1, but then the the daily energy adds up to 9, which is 9. So we have the ending, we have the beginning, we have the masculine, and we have the feminine. So again, it's this beautiful dance that I feel for the collective on this day. It feels really, really beautiful, honestly. But if you are not mindful, you could either, you know, just be Sagittarius, I want to play outside all day and not get anything done. Or you could be straight Capricorn. I'm gonna stay in the house and I'm just gonna do, and I'm not gonna allow myself to rest, take a little water break. Or you could say, hey, I'm gonna do both, bitch. I'm gonna have recess, bitch, and I'm gonna come back in and learn, and then I'm gonna go to lunch, and then I'm gonna come back. Okay, then it's nap time. Then I'm gonna come back. You know what I mean? So it just depends on how you want to do. Some of y'all, I did see this new job type energy as well. Some of y'all gonna have some new job offers coming through this upcoming week. Unexpected. Because with this unexpected energy that I picked up, that is definitely going to be heavy this upcoming week. You know, we've been talking about this with the Aquarius season bringing unexpected shifts. A lot of these shifts that are unexpected are like same day shifts. They are like impromptu, you getting maybe a 30 minutes in advance notice type shit. Like, bro, like, wait, we doing this today? Hold on, I gotta show up tomorrow. You know, it's like that kind of energy. And so that's what I'm seeing unfold this upcoming week. So Spirit's like, Spirit's definitely calling for you to have an open mind, to be flexible, and to be open to receive the new energy that's coming in for you. That's gonna catch you the fuck off guard. It's gonna catch you off guard. Whatever, because it's one of them things where you know it's your birthday, right? You know it's Christmas. You know it's Easter. You know it's Memorial Day. You know like that the energy is like coming, but it's like a gift that you didn't expect. Though you're like, hold on, wait, I got this. I wasn't expecting this. Like I knew that I was gonna get something, but I didn't know it was gonna be this. So something's definitely gonna be better than you think. And it's going to come through quicker than you think. So prepare yourself for this upcoming week. And some of y'all are going to be coming out of hiding as well. So you may really just feel the need to recover. Somebody may pop up at you, pull up at your house too. So some of y'all may need to get your house in order. Some of y'all may need to get your house in order. I'm getting like a pop-up kind of energy here. And again, let your inner child play on this day. That's what I got for the daily energy. The colors for the day are yellow and brown. And I did get a sprinkle of green. So you may find yourself wanting to throw that green in there. You do what you want when you pop in. And the crystals for the day are pyrite, Dalmatian jasper, citrine, and green aventurine. So we're not going to get into tarot tea time. Miss Sheba, what kind of reading did you want? Kyla said, restful play, laugh out loud. I cleaned my butt off today. There you go. So y'all go ahead and leave your hearts. Y'all know how we do. Y'all leave your green and brown hearts down below. So we may synchronize, open our hearts to receive what's here. And I'm going to be doing a collective, and then I'm going to be getting into the personal readings. Unfortunately, it's going to be a very tight collective reading because it's already 9:20, and Brother Logas is going to be coming to relieve me somewhere around 9:35, 9:45. And I got to do the personal reading. So we looking at like a 10-minute collective reading, but it's okay because I did a blast earlier. So if you feel like it's you itching for more, my fingers, they itching for that paper. I need the yellow. Let's add the yellow, y'all, because it's missing something. It's like the green and brown ain't green. It ain't blending. Do the green, yellow, and brown. Let me see. I told y'all we got to add a little sprinkle. Because it was yellow and brown. But then I got the green. So do the yellow, brown, and green. Yes, there you go. But yes, y'all run back earlier's live for the blast. I did have a big surprise that I shared with y'all on that live. And so y'all can go run that back if you want to be nosy. Because I'm not going to keep put my business out there every fucking day. Even though I am in a different way. And so if you know, you know. But I also did the zodiac signs. I did the zodiac signs, all readings, all elements rather. So earth, wind, fire, air, water. Yeah, I said earth, wind. Yeah, so YouTube, the video's there. Y'all can run it back. Yes, the yellow, red, and green. I'm talking about yellow, red, and green. Come on, Christmas time. Okay, so what we got for the collective? All right, so what we got here? All right, so we got the Ace of Wands. We got the Ace of Wands, so it's like this spark being ignited here. It can have to do with your intuition and creativity. Let me see. What's up with this Ace of Wands? Remember I said master reset? There is some reset. This aces speak of a new It's the beginning of the sweet or soup. Beginning of the sweet life. Sweet life of Zach and Cody. All right, we have the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups here. Let me get one more. The Judgment. This came out for the daily energy for tomorrow. Yeah, this is beautiful. So the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Cups, and we have the Judgment here. Okay. Okay. So with the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Cups and the Judgment. So, interesting. So I am seeing for the collective, there could be something that Spirit's calling for you to open up to. Open up to. It could be some of your own personal things that you're like still, navigating. And it could be altering your judgment. And I'm not saying that your intuition is wrong, but there may be something that you need to look from like a multi-layer type thing. This feels like it has to do with a person. They could be revealing something, but you're like just looking at it from one angle, and you may need to see the different facets of this thing. Because you may be ready to like haul ass on somebody. You may be ready to haul ass on somebody, and that's not necessary as well. Some of you, interesting. Okay. Some of y'all may need to do some third eye work, because I am seeing some deception here with the third eye, with some energy trying to get you to cut cords with somebody who doesn't need to be cut. Not right now. So you definitely need to lean into your intuition when it comes to receiving this message, because some of y'all do need to cut cords with certain energy that you know is fucking toxic. But then there is some energy. Yeah, somebody's candles. Michael Miller's Leave Me the Fuck Alone candle just went out. I smelled the herbs. I'm like, what is it? Leave me the fuck alone. Yes. So like I said, some of y'all literally may need to do a leave me the fuck alone cord cutting ritual. But then also some of y'all, oh no, that was Jasmine's candle that just went out. Okay, because Jasmine's candle is hot. I started burning Jasmine's candle at 4:44 p.m. on January 20th. And that was the Healing the Past. And so, again, there may be some shit that you need to say, leave me the fuck alone. But then there may be some things, like I said, you got your own stuff. And you may be at this point where you're like, oh, I am evolving. I have a different perspective. I'm consuming different things. I got to completely walk away. And Spirit's like, not necessarily. Not necessarily. It may be just challenging for you to set certain boundaries. And the easy way is to walk out. The easy way is to walk out and isolate yourself. But you don't have to completely walk away from somebody. This could be somebody who has like different beliefs or a different lifestyle. Like, I still have friends who smoke. I still have friends who eat chicken and stuff like that. But that's their business. That's their business. But with the Judgment, it's like, just check your ego, because we could definitely get into this high space spiritually where our spiritual ego get involved and we think we're better, and we say this without saying this, or sometimes we do say it, but it's like we begin to look down on people who have different choices than us. And it's like, at the end of the day, we all human, and at the end of the day, we all making our own choices that we feel is best for us or that we ready for. Because even if we know it's not best, we doing what the fuck we can. We doing the best we can with what we have, where we are, what we know. And so with this Judgment and the Eight of Cups, this is Spirit calling for you to just really just take a step back and just see how you need to move. You may need to create like a healthy distance until you are able to ground yourself and be in the same room and be like, nah, I'm good on that. You could sit in front of the people eating the chicken wings and macaroni and cheese, and you're like, I'm good on that. And so if you're not in a space where you're strong enough to have these boundaries, then you may need to take a little time. Like, look, I ain't ready yet, because I'm still tempted to touch, bitch. But the goal is to ultimately be able to coexist. The goal is to ultimately be able to coexist with all things, with all energy, high, low, and be so stable and grounded in yours, protected in yours, that you're not bothered or swayed by anybody else's choices. Even when it comes, some of y'all are very like, it irritates you when people do certain stuff, and it's just like, what are you irritated for? Like, why does it bother you that much? You could have your things that you may dislike or you may not choose to do, but like, why are you letting it get to you? Why are you letting it get to you? So it's like, before you try to deem yourself as all glory, holy, and high, how are you operating in the midst of the lows? How are you? Oh, Kinsley, my bad. I said Jasmine, your candle went out. Kinsley, that was your Kinsella. That was your candle. My bad. My bad. Jasmine Lindsay, that was not your candle. That was Kinsella's candle. I want to pick it up, but it's too hot. Kinsella, that was you on January 20th at 4:44. So full circle for you, okay? So there definitely there may be some things. Yes, it was you. There may be some things that you need to release so you can go ahead and level up. And it could be releasing judgment. And it's not saying be naive and don't judge at all, but it's like, don't let the judgment create unnecessary separation. See the oneness and the wholeness in it all and still mind your damn business. Still walk your path. Like, that ain't got shit to do with you. Like, okay. Oh, you over there snorting the line? Oh, okay. Interesting. I see what you're doing. So I'm about to go ahead and set up this shot right here. Like, whatever type stuff. Thank y'all so much, Facebook, for the likes. Who we got in the building? Hey, y'all. Y'all got to share our Facebook and stuff like that so we can get our live lovies. But we don't show up on Facebook Live at all. So we have a lot of family over there. But I guess they're not used to seeing me live. So they're not coming in at the moment. So let's see what else we have here, collective. And your intuition is communicating to you as well. So yeah, just tap in. And know that there are different parts of you speaking to you. So it's like, okay, who is this? Who is this talking? We have water. All right, and it reads, water, ruled by Yemaya, represents cleansing, emotional healing, healing the past. There could be something that is too hot to touch. This is Lovely's candle, and it burned pretty clean. It burned pretty clean. There is no soot. There is no blackness around it, the blackness. And so some of y'all may really benefit from a healing the past, personal candle, personal ritual when it comes to clearing this energy out. And I work with Yemaya. She is one of the goddesses that I work with for the healing the past ritual. But the reading, the card reads, water, ruled by Yemaya, represents cleansing, emotional healing, and life's flow. It washes away negativity and nourishes the spirit. Its guidance encourages you to seek emotional renewal, to release burdens, and embrace the healing power of the water. All right. Ashe. So water, connecting with the water element. Tomorrow is a 9-day, which is a water sign, Scorpio energy. So, you may want to do some cleansing, like I said, let's just clear it out. Let it rain. Clear it out. Let's get it. 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 Chicken noodle soup. Right? With that chicken noodle soup, the healing. Right? Let it rain. Clear it out. Allow yourself to feel, again, without judging yourself. Why am I so emotional? Why am I still dealing with this? Why does this still hurt? Well, obviously it still hurt because there's still more to heal, and that's okay. Would the cards say, Fortitude? Before we can heal, we first must be real with where we are ill. So if you see that this is still burning, then obviously we might need to do a little more work. And that is okay. So we about to close out, all right, collective? You said, or that one, Mommy Water been calling you. Ashe, you said, I need to go ahead and book my cut and clear service, CrystallineMars.com, 20% off. Taking another bath tonight. Ashe, I need to take a bath. It's been a little minute, I can't lie. I've been taking my intentional showers. Did my candle burn fast? Well, I started burning on the 20th at 4:44. What's today? What's today? The 25th? Today's the 25th, so it took 5 days to burn. 5 days, a little over 5 days. 5 days and whatever hours. So, no, I wouldn't say it burned fast. We have eviction here. So it is definitely something that needs to leave. And it feels like it's connected to your relationships. It is some energy. Some of you need to do because we're so busy trying to see like, ooh, who I need to cut out. Who I need to cut out. You gotta go. You gotta go. Oprah Winfrey head ass. And you may actually need to shift your focus, shift your perspective, and actually cut a cord or cut, like do a cord spiritual clearing of the energy that may be interfering with you and another person connecting. I mean, and you could do that, see how it work out, and if it just still don't work out, then bitch, maybe it just is what it is. But you may definitely need to shift your focus from trying to cut that person out your life and actually see, like, what is this interference? What is this interference? Because it's really silly while we're not getting along for dumbass shit. It's really dumb, you know, or it's just stuff from the past, you know, that we both done or something. It's dumb. It's something about it being dumb, petty, and stupid, and you like, I don't know what else to do, so I'm just gonna walk off. And it's like, well, maybe you might just need to do a ritual. Maybe you might need to do a ritual, and that could be the very thing that was in y'all fucking way, because the energy do be hating. The energy do be hating, and in this year, it's gonna be trying to separate. Some separations are definitely divine interventions, but some are also energies trying to interfere. Like, oh, nah, I don't want them together. I don't want them to heal the past. I want collective to stay hurt. I want them to stay hurt. I want them to stay there. I don't want them to ascend. So I'm going to keep them separated. And it's giving me like the jab vibes, you know. Oh, no, they need a 6 feet because they're powerful in numbers type thing. So, again, that's why I said I feel like you need to lean into your intuition. Lean into your intuition because... And then even clear your third eye and really do some intense shadow work so you can know when it's like some deception coming in, like trying to steer you down a path that's going to create more separation, which is not even what you really want. And it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. Because we say, oh, it was divine, it was meant to be. Again, there are different paths. I shared that earlier. There are different paths. So all timelines exist. So there is a path that exists where y'all are healed. It may not happen overnight. It may not happen this month. It may not happen next month. It may not happen this season. But you may just need to do the work in this season and be intentional and let it unfold and not just completely walk away if it is something that you really do want. So reconsider before you walk away. Okay? Reconsider before you speak and say certain things. Okay? Reconsider before you do a cut and clear. And then you got to try to do some reversal work. Like, oh, shit. Fuck. But it's already in motion now. So then now when it's time to reverse it, that's going to take time to reverse. If it is reversible. So don't fuck around and find out, you know, at the expense of your own, you know, happiness and joy and things like that. So that's what I got for the collective. I'm now about to go ahead and get into the personal readings. That was a decent reading, I feel like, right? How y'all feel about that? Let's close out with our declaration, and then I'm going to get into Miss Sheba's reading. We have I Trust My Inner Voice, card number 9. Tomorrow is a 9-day, and the loner. And again, trust your inner voice, but then remember there are different voices. There are different voices, and some of your voices may be trying to keep you in this loner space. And it's more so like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Some of y'all may be like, oh, I'm a loner. I can't trust nobody. I can't trust nobody. And you're putting that onto the universe. And so then it's going to happen. And then you're like, well, see, I knew I couldn't trust nobody. No. You declared that. You put that out there. So that's exactly what the fuck you got. And it's not saying don't acknowledge what is right now, but don't curse yourself. And don't curse yourself in a way where you're like, this is what it's going to be. And this is what it is. It's many things. So I trust my inner voice. I trust my discernment. I discern my inner voices. How the fuck? That's it. Not even trust my discernment. I am able to discern my inner voices. I'm able to hear which one is my inner child. I'm able to hear which one is my inner child. I'm able to discern which one is my highest self. I am able to discern which voice is speaking from abandonment, from fear of neglect, from fear of humiliation. Right? So that's what we got, y'all. And we got the Hermit. Yeah, like something definitely wants to keep you in a shell. And it's like, babe, you're not going to grow that way. You're going to grow but so much. And then you're going to come out and you're like, hey, where's everybody? And they're like, oh, you're here. So much time has went by. You know what I mean? I am able to discern my inner voice. That's it. That's the declaration. So we're going to go ahead and get into Miss Deb's reading. Like I said, some of y'all need to see me anyway. Ashe Mystique. Mystique said needed after today's emotional episode. Ashe. Okay. You said the planetary alignment is today. Yes. Okay. I'm trying to see Miss Sheba. Miss Sheba, she told me what kind of, she wanted the general. You said they got left behind. It is what it is. I said some energy, it will be left behind. Some energy will be left behind. But that's why I said discern again. Because I don't know exactly what energy it is for you. You do. That's for you to understand. And if you know it was supposed to be, or that's what you choose, I say that's your life. That's your path. You're not wrong or right for making those decisions. You're doing what you feel you need to do. It's just something to be mindful of, to be intentional of. Because that's a trap that we also can get in, where we're just cutting, like people are disposable or replaceable. And it's like, okay, you can keep on cutting all you want, all you feel like you need to, but just be mindful. Because not everything needs to be cut. Not everything needs to be handled the same way. But for surely, some stuff does need to go. So Miss Sheba, you said they went right, I went left. It'd be like that. And it's not about you going to convince nobody to be left or right. But like I said, if it's something that you want and it sits in your spirit to actually do some spiritual work, consider and ask yourself, ooh, do I want to do the work? Do I want to do a work, do a ritual? Just a clearing ritual? Not a call me ritual. Not trying to manipulate nobody to come do what I want them to do. Ritual. Let me clear it out. Let me clear the energy out. So if it is meant for us to come back, we can. And if it's not, we won't. But if you just kind of like leave it, it's like Logas said yesterday, because Graffiti was like, I'm leave something to divine timing. He said something in that context. And Logas was like, when we say I'm going to leave it to divine timing, that's pretty much you saying you have no control of anything. It's something external that is controlling it. And I get it when you're dealing with other people. It's kind of funny because it's not just you. But then it goes back to, if you are who you say you are, if you are the God that you say you are, and this is something that you really want, somebody that you really love, you can at least do the work just to see. And I ain't saying go hard. But again, are you willing to go hard? Are you going to go a little extra mile for this person because this is something that you want? And they may be showing it too. Because this is energy where it's like I said, it's dumbass shit where they up and down, you damn up and down, the relationship up and down. It's like, I know you love me, but it just be dumbass shit that come up. It's that kind of energy that I'm talking about. Are you going to go the extra mile to see, like, what is this interference? Because what is this that keeps getting in between us? Now we arguing over something dumb, and then next week we cool. And then the week after that, some other shit, or a month after that, 8 months after that, we back on what the fuck is this? Like, what is this damn energy that's here? That's what I'm talking about. So, Miss Sheba. Let me go ahead, because Brother Logas ain't coming yet. He coming any minute. Okay. General for Miss Sheba. What does Miss Sheba need to know? Okay, so we have the King of Swords. And we have the gas leak. We have the King of Swords, and we have gas leak. All right. So, Spirit's calling for you to balance out your throat chakra, Miss Sheba. Not everything needs to be said. You may be getting carried away with just like how much you're sharing. Be mindful of giving unsolicited advice either. Pretty much, if they don't ask you, you can ask them like, okay, what do you need from me? What you need from me? How can I help you? Instead of you just giving what you think they need, because they may just need a listening ear. They may not need for you to try to find a solution. They may not have came to you for you to really be honest and tell them that they fried. And I'm not telling you to tell them that they baked and lie to them. But more so ask them like, how can I assist you with this right now? And they may be like, you know what? I don't even know. And so in that, you be like, okay, well, I'm here whenever you need me. It's heavy on you. Just need to shift the way you communicate or be more tactful with your mouth. Because it just feels like you have, I don't know. It's like I'm getting like this silver tongue kind of energy where your words cut and it's just like you're straightforward. And it's just a little bit of tactness that need to be had. Peace, Carolyn, and thank you for the emojis and stuff. We have renovate here. Okay. We have renovate here. So, I see something coming through for you as well, Miss Sheba. You said, yes, I do receive that. Yeah, I am getting something that's coming through for you too. And it's like that's old, or I don't know. It feels like a gift or something that somebody's going to share with you. And you just naturally like snoot your nose up. And Spirit's like, don't do that. I feel the Spirit kind of getting in your ass, Miss Sheba. For real, for real. It's like, it feel like you stuck in your ways. You remind me of like my grandma kind of energy or something. Like, don't worry about it. Like, oh, like this, It's like, grandma, like, why you acting like that, grandma? Dang. So, you said decorum. That's what I'm working on. Yeah, because I'm seeing like an old somebody. Like, what do you think? And it's like they really put a lot of effort into something, decorating the house. I moved it a little closer because you be far away. It's like, what do you think? And you're like, oh, that's old, that's raggedy, that color is ugly. And it's like, dang, Miss Sheba, dang. Like, I mean, I did ask you what you think, but shoot, like, okay. Instead, but another approach that you could take is, okay, it's pretty interesting. Like, what made you choose these colors, or what look was you going for? And they may be like, well, I was going for a Texas theme. And you like, there you go. Well, this does give like Texas vibes, even though that won't something you would pick, but it's more so like, go that way. God damn, Miss Sheba. Miss Sheba like, what in the country bumpkin is this? Miss Sheba, you didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say that. Dang. Sheesh. I was just trying to see if it was giving what I was trying to get it to give. And I was going for the Texas theme. Shit. Is it giving hee-haw? Yee-haw? Cowboy? Dang. So, let me see. I'm good, one more. But we have the Queen of Cups. So this is calling for you to, bring in some more like nurturing and kind energy. And when is your birthday? Because it's a lot of resistance around this kindness. And it doesn't feel like you're being mean, but it comes off as mean. Like, it's just cold. Like, damn. Because I feel like I felt the resistance like it's something that you have to really work at. It's something that you have to really work at. Like, in that moment, like, fight your own self. So just be mindful of that, okay? Yeah, we have the Empress here in reverse. So yeah, it's calling for you to have a little softer approach. You said you're a Gemini 530. Okay, so that does explain when it comes to your throat chakra. That definitely explains why you communicate the way you do. So yeah, y'all. So that concludes Lovely's personal reading. I see y'all over there talking on YouTube. I don't know what y'all talking about. But yeah, y'all. So y'all don't forget CrystalineMars.com for your spiritual services. If y'all want to book any services, 20% off. If y'all want to add your name to the jewelry raffle, y'all can do so. $5 per entry. The information is down below for you to send your love offerings in. And y'all meet us here on the 1st, y'all. Y'all meet us here on the 1st. We're going to be pulling the names live. And I can't wait to see what y'all win and who wins what. So, yeah. Did y'all vibe with the show today? Today was a really beautiful day, all in all, from the blast to the actual show itself. Today was a good vibe, and may this energy trickle into tomorrow and this new moon and Aquarius energy. Again, y'all check out the YouTube video too. I posted it on YouTube. So, yeah, we got Golden playing in the background. Living my life like it's golden, 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 golden. Living my life like it's golden, golden. Living my life, living my life, living my life like it's golden. It really matters to me, oh, living my life like it's golden, 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 living my life. All right, I'm about to get the music straight. Golden, 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 golden. All right, y'all. I'm so excited. So we're now about to transition over to Bubba. You keep lying. You keep giving us blue balls. You said you was talking about the other thing today. You said you was gonna talk about the other thing. What you say? God had other plans. Well, the lovelies had other demands. Damn. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead. Yeah, this is closer. Nice. So I just got to move over. Ashe.
Peace, family.
Peace.
Today's spiritual lesson is radiate respect. Radiate respect. Radiation is the spreading out of a charged frequency, of a charged energy, right? So to radiate, to push out, to express, to energetically spread or share, right? Radiate respect. Now, I have a list of spiritual lessons, and in those lists of spiritual lessons, there's like, well, last time I counted, it was like 150 spiritual lessons that I have not actually gotten to. I'm probably never going to get down the whole list, right? Since that time that I came up with that number, since I quickly counted that, I've added about, and that was like a week ago, I've added about maybe 20, 30 lessons since then. Today I added about at least over 5 lessons to my list, right? And then I was going to pick from one of those 5s, and then as I come up, another lesson comes into my head right before I walk through the door. I'm like, I'm going to go with that one, right? But I have them all written down, so eventually we'll get to it. So as far as 1 to part 3, we'll get to that whenever we get to that. Now, radiate respect. This one came to me because I watched this. I just saw something on Instagram, and it was a clip, and a guy was talking about him. He was in a locker room with the other fellas, and the whole thing was about how when sons are taught respect by their fathers, right? This is a multi-layered conversation that you could have about it, right? The commercial or the ad or whatever the video, how it went, is not important. What's important is the whole idea about this whole concept of, teaching your sons to respect women, right? So then I thought about that. I'm like, do I do that? And the answer is no, right? I don't teach my son to respect women. I don't teach any of my, God children, God daughters, God sons, any young children to respect. I don't teach any of my God daughters to respect men, right? I don't really teach anybody to respect anyone. I don't teach children to respect anybody. What I do is I radiate respect. They say you can't give what you don't have. You can't give love if you don't have love. If you're not a being of love. You can't give respect. You can't teach respect. You can't share. The children cannot give respect to others, no matter how much you teach them about respect, if they do not have respect. If they aren't respect, right? Even if there are some individuals who were not really taught respect, they were taught fear, right? So they feel like, okay, I have to say this to my elders, I have to be this way to certain, authority figures, I have to, right? And they move based off of fear, And then the problem with when you're moving based off of fear, it's not really respect, right? But it's off of just pure fear, right? And there's a certain level of fear that comes with respect. Understand? It's not that I'm not saying that there's zero fear when it comes to respect, but when it's purely just off of fear and just purely off of just because it's what you were told to do, right? Then it makes it easy for those people, those individuals as adults or even as teenagers or even as children to end up listening and obeying the wrong people. Right. For instance, yes, I want my son to, respect his grandparents. But I don't want him to just follow what they say just because they said it. Right? I want him, when he hears what they say, I want him to critically think about what they just told him so he can decide whether or not he should actually follow them. Right? And I try to give him all of the tools necessary for him to make, the most proper decision. Right? Now, I radiate respect, right? I command respect by being a person, a man that's worth respecting. Right? And I teach him about being a man, and I teach, any other godchildren and others that I youth that I will teach or guide or lead or mentor or whatever. I teach them how to be a being of respect. First off, I command respect, I radiate respect, and then I'll teach them what it means, how they can radiate respect. How they can radiate respect. And by I can't figure out there's a word I'm looking for, I don't know what the word is, but just by maybe proxy, maybe that's the word, I'm not sure, or just by default, by teaching them how to be a being who radiates respect, that holds respect for themselves. Within those teachings, they come to an understanding that there's certain skills and wisdoms and understandings that they have to acquire about the world, about life, about spirituality, about health, about history, about all different types of things, about communication, right? There's certain skills that they have to acquire, certain understandings about the world and about people and about themselves they have to acquire. And through that, they by default learn to show respect for others, right? By understanding what it means and how to achieve success, how to maintain success, how to live a successful, lifestyle, how to build a team, how to lead others effectively and in longevity, how to have a balanced family, a balanced relationship, how to picking the right partner and building bonds and dealing with people who may be crazy, who may be haters, who may be negative thinkers or gossipers, or who may be really nice people, who may be naive or whatever, or high strung or intense or aggressive or super nice or loving or whatever. Teaching them how to deal with all these people, and as well as teaching them the responsibility that they have, that they hold as a man, as a woman, and as whatever status that they choose to be in or try to obtain, right? By teaching teaching them all of these things, by default, by basically teaching them all the aspects of how to respect yourself, you automatically will respect other beings. By knowing and holistically how to respect yourself. Because a lot of adults, when it comes to these epiphanies, especially there's a certain group of people. I'm not going to say which group it is. You may know the group, right? But there's a certain group of people out there who, at certain points of their life, come to these epiphanies where they realize, I'm not respecting myself. I got to start respecting myself. I haven't been respecting myself, right? There's a certain group that come to these epiphanies, right? But when they come to these epiphanies, they don't know what that holistically means. They only know what respecting themselves means with the board all the way to their face, meaning they only see the one letter. They see the R in respect. They don't see the ESPECT. They don't see the rest of the letters. So they only see one aspect of respect. And then later they might come to the next aspect of respect. Oh, there's an E. Oh, there's an S. Or there's the P, right? But because they're so close to the board, they never see it holistically as one thing. So by the time they get to the P, they forgot about the E and the R in the beginning. By the time they get to the T, they forgot about the C and the E and the P. They forgot about the other letters. And it becomes a cycle of going through these different levels of respect. But they don't learn what it means to holistically respect self. And because of that, they don't know what it means to really respect others. See, if you are talking to an elder, and that elder is giving you some advice that you know, let's say it's like religious advice, and you know it's some nonsense, right? I speak to some elders sometimes who, they start sharing Jesus with me. They start sharing, these different, something about Christianity, right? Even though I'm not a Christian, right, and I'm not a Bible thumper, I still see the beauty and the wisdom in the teachings of the Bible and in the story of Jesus as well. Even though I have a very holistic understanding about it, about the whole concept, but I don't fight them on it. I don't go back and forth with them on it, right? I respect their opinion. I respect their ideas. I listen and try to find the wisdom in it, while at the same time not allowing them to box me in or to barricade me down to where I have to start. I start to I'm gonna go to church now because they're teaching me that. They tell me, hey, come to church. And now all of a sudden I'm gonna go to church and just keep up the like I'm trying to pretend to be something that I'm not. It's like, no, I'm not pretend. Well, actually, that's a lie. I do sometimes. I do a little pretending. I do a little pretending, right? But I do it out of respect. There's just a certain level, a certain, just like how some people pretend that Santa Claus is real. I get it. I don't, but I get it, right? Pretending has its place. So I'll pretend at certain things, at certain places, out of respect. But at the same time, I have to respect myself. So if I believe that the pretending, if I go to a certain level of the pretending, that it will be now disrespectful to me, then I'm gonna stop it at a certain point. Right? And when it comes to things like that, I can't. There's so many different nuanced situations that we can't teach or tell anybody, let alone our children, this is exactly how to handle this situation and maintain self-respect and give respect. there's a lot of too many nuanced situations where, there is no black and white answer, where the individuals is going to have to decide on their own what that means, right? At the same time, there's some very obvious lines as well. So instead of me making it black and white and saying, respect women or respect this, respect, I don't do that, right? I won't say I don't do that at all, right? It's not like I've never said the words, we should, to respect elders, respect, other people, right? But typically, if I say anything about respect, I'll say, you see how I was communicating with that elder? I show respect to my elders, and this is why. I show respect to men, and this is why. I show respect to women, and this is why. That's typically how I phrase it. I give them an example, or I talk about how, hey, you saw how I was just conversating in this particular manner, respecting this person who obviously has a screw loose in their head. But look how respectful I was with them, and look how respectful they was with me. They was acting a little crazy, but they didn't disrespect me. Because I radiate respect. And in turn, since they did not disrespect me, I felt no need to disrespect them. And I just give them examples most of the time so that they can see this and think about it. Because what happens is when children see that and they hear that and they put it together and they're able to see it in real time, they see the application of it all, which makes it easy for them to think about how do they want to use this tool called respect, right? But they also see the benefits of it. And that's what people who have trouble with self-respect or with giving respect, that's where there's a challenge, where there's an issue. That's why when I was watching the YouTube video and you're talking about fathers teaching sons to respect, right? There's a lot of men who have taken, the red pill route, who are going to say that, well, the women don't want to be respected because they go after the bad boys, which is true. Or the rich guys who or the famous guys who don't really care about them, or the jocks or whatever. And this is true. The majority of the women are interested in the bad boys or the rich guys or the famous or the clout havers or the whatever, right? So then it would make sense that why would we teach respect? Why would they care about respect? Even if a son is taught respect, when he's seeing the application, he's seeing what the women are doing. It's like, why would he participate in respecting women? So it's more important when it comes to a lot of things, but especially when it comes to respect, to teach respect not based off of words, but based off of actions. And then not only this, you put them together, the words and the actions. People usually either do one or the other. They either say you got to talk about, teach verbally respect, or you got to lead by example. It's very rare when they say, no, you do them both. I do them both. I will lead by example, and then after I just did it, and that situation is done, I'll then start talking to the children about, do you see that, what just happened? And how this interaction went down, and how that, I do it all the time. I explain about a scenario that they were barely paying attention to, or were kind of paying attention to. I'm like, did you see that person? And this is what happened. They said this, and I said this, and that. Right? Because that's the best way to teach, to ingrain, and it's the best way to, because what you're actually doing is, they say, what, experience is the best teacher. Well, I've come to find that You don't have to experience just by experiencing it yourself.
Yeah.
I've come to find that if you're around me and you're watching what I'm experiencing, then if I take advantage of that moment, I can put you in the scenario to where now it becomes your experience as well. So as I'm growing with the wisdom of that experience, you also get to grow with the wisdom experience at the same time. So the children around me they grow up, or they not grow up, they mature faster because they're getting more experiences. Not because they're more experienced than any of the other children. No, it's because I'm bringing them into the experience. I'm having them relive it and play it back. What they would typically kind of just like let it just fall to their subconscious and never think about it again. No, I want you to replay what just happened. And it's not like it was something grand that happened, not something like incredible happened. It was just a regular conversation. But that regular conversation has 10 years worth of wisdom in it if you know how to bring it to light, if you know how to present it, to break it down, and if you're even willing to present it and break it down. And if you're even thinking about the child while you're sitting there talking to whoever you're talking to, whether it's on the phone or whether it's in person. Even when I'm talking to like one of my old, schoolmates, my old teammates, really, from college, and I will speak to some of them a lot differently than I would to Duublé or to some regular person off the street or whatever, right? I'm going to speak, we speak differently to those we're familiar with, right? But even in that speaking differently, I still try to speak in a way that if I were to be overheard by Duublé or by my son or by any of the other children, by whoever, that I might be a little embarrassed about it, right? I might be a little bashful about it, but I wouldn't be scared that someone else heard it, right? I wouldn't be disappointed in myself if someone else heard it, right? But I would be able to explain it. I would be willing to own up to what I just said, whether it's today or whether it's 10 years from now. Right? And I would explain just in a way that I'm saying this is how I speak to these particular individuals. I speak to you this way, I speak to other people this way, and son, I speak to these friends in this manner. Right? I've chosen to speak that way, and I am at peace with speaking that way. Now, if you don't ever want to speak that way, I would understand. But if you choose to speak that way with particular friends of yours, as you get older, as you become more experienced, as you have certain types of colleagues or whatnot, I would understand that too. It's a choice. As long as you can live with it, as long as you feel like you're still respecting yourself. And as long as you still feel like you're respecting the other person, by all means. Ashe. So that's today's spiritual lesson. So radiate respect, because they say you cannot give anything that you don't have. So therefore, in order to give the proper respect, see, you can give just the pure fearful respect, but as we can see, as maybe some of you may be seeing, Donald Trump is, there's different types of respects that he gets from the the more morally or ethically corrupt individuals, they'll give a fearful respect. And then even some of them are and then some give an angry respect, to where they're actually kind of snappy and sassy as they're giving that respect, right? Because they just have to, but they really don't want to, right? And then there's other individuals that are saying, no matter how I might feel about you, I respect myself, therefore I'm going to show you the proper respect, no matter if I like you in this position or not. President Trump, right? And that's the level. And you can only do that in that manner. And then still try to maybe find ways to push back against the ideas you don't agree with, or try to nominate another individual or whatever. Try to replace certain things, or try to overturn certain orders, or what have you, right? You can still do all those things and still be tremendously respectful and still hold a tremendous amount of respect for yourself. And that's what it means to radiate respect. Because even if someone doesn't like you, and even if you don't like someone else, that respect is what keeps a society, a community, a neighborhood, a family from breaking down. And it's what allows for respect to be passed down, and not only passed down, but to evolve. Until eventually that universal respect can then evolve into universal love. That unconditional respect can evolve into unconditional love. Ashe. So now we go to spiritual lesson, or not spiritual lesson. We'll now go to Q&A, or to spiritual clearings. Ashe.
Ashe. I love this. This nice little transition has been nice to me. Okay. It's a little lopsided, but all right, clear.
Peace, family. Peace over to, let's see who we got on which side. So this would be, I think this is Instagram right here. Yeah, peace over to the OGs on IG. Peace over to the YouTubers. We appreciate all the likes, shares, and the subscribes, as well as super chats. Right, and peace over to the this is Facebook, I believe. Shay. Peace to Carolyn Pitts. All right. We had to they done bumped us off of TikTok again, and I don't even know how we broke the rules. I don't know what's going on with TikTok. There's some real hater vibes coming from TikTok. Peace to Passion City. It's been a while since we spoke. JSCO says our best education is observation. Dead prayers like peace to graffiti. Passion City says Trump. What about Trump? Trump is trumping. He's definitely peace, Passion City. Trump is definitely trumping, right? If anything, if nothing else, Donald Trump, he has shown something. He has exposed something about the presidency, something that none of us knew growing up. Nobody realized, I don't think probably ever since America was born, and that is that or maybe maybe they did, but we definitely have forgotten. Uh, but that the president actually has the power to, to change the whole world, in a day, right? That the power of the presidency, can change the whole world in a day, can make radical changes to government in a day, in a week, in like a short period of time, right? And that's going to change politics forever. I mean, his presidency, I should say, is showing that has shown and is showing how effective or how influential a Senate is, Congress is, governors are, mayors, um, and all of these different positions of the political hierarchy, right? You know, whether he's right or wrong, whether you agree or not, peace to Corey Wickland, right? That's not the part that I'm focused on, at least right now. I'm focused on is that, you know, Obama, right, gave us hope that things can change. But then Trump said, like, nah, things can change right now. You ain't got to hope for it. If I just use the power that was given to me, I can change all kind of things, right? Whether for better or for worse, whether, you know, which means that, let's say, for instance, if he's changing it for the better, then, I mean, that's a beautiful thing, isn't it? If he's changing it for the worse, well, then that means that the next person that comes in, can actually change things for the better and can do it instantly. Right. So it's no longer going to be okay for not only the president, but for any of these political hierarchy. I never really, this is the first time I ever really see the impact of these political hierarchical play. I didn't realize that the governor was the president of their state, right? I started to come to that understanding when I started homeschooling, because then I had to I decided to get into understanding things, like, I wanted to teach aspects of government. So then I did come to an understanding, but now it's ingrained into my mind that the governor is like, because it always seemed like these people in these positions, like they were there, but it's like they weren't there. It was like these ghost named individuals that were just kind of floating in this space called Congress, in this space called Senate, in this space called the mayor, in this space called a governor, in this space called, Secretary of Defense or Secretary of whatever, right? It was like these ghost type people. It's like they were real, but they weren't real, right? But now we see, no, they're very real, right? They just were really not doing much. Like you say, IG is tweaking. Yeah, I guess because I'm talking about Trump too much, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking too much about politics. I don't know. Right, Passion City says others act like it takes years, and I thought it took years. I thought things just take. I just thought that's how the system was. That's just how it is. Things is gonna take years, right? Or at least take many months. But now we see, like, things can take a day. Literally, it can take a day. And now, whether you like Trump or not, we can all say that we have woken up as citizens, and we recognize that now we can command and demand for our politicians to get things done in a day. in hours, and no longer wait for years for things to get situated and things to get executed, right? That's a powerful thing. That's a beautiful thing, right? You know, it's like how they talk about divine timing and divine this and divine that. Well, if everything is divine, which, you know, I believe technically it is, right? Then no matter who's the president or who's in another position, look for the divine message, for the divine wisdom. It's always there, whether in a good space or a bad space. You know, whether you are supportive or not supportive of whatever individuals, right? Look for the divine message. And the divine message, obviously, here is that things can get done a lot quicker with the right people in office and the right pressure being put upon them, right? So Pastor City says it would take him to show us. Shay, better someone than no one. Exactly. Better someone than no one, especially when you got these, what they call it, these natural disasters just getting worse and worse, or quote unquote natural disasters, right? I don't know how natural they actually are, but, you know, based off what they say. Pageant City says he is showing we have the power. I believe so. I believe so. That's exactly what he is doing. If we use it, though, right? If we use it. Peace to Ebony Anu and Just Be One and Human Angel 6, right? Yeah, if we just use it, right? But then that also reflects to our own lives. It's like, do the changes that we're looking for have to, in our own lives, in our own situations, in our own family, in our own groups, do they have to take place over years, or can we just like that make a decision to make change in our own lives? Peace to Just Be 123, right? Can we not just like that make a choice to change things in our own lives, or to just like that deal with a problem, deal with the situation, right? Change course, right? Can we not do that in our own lives? Right? Are you not president of your own self, right? Passion City says the Bible predicted these things happening. Ashe, right? You might say that the Bible predicted it. You might say that, I mean, the Simpsons predicted it too, right? You know? So then my question to that, right? My challenge to that perspective is, did the Bible predict it? Did the Simpsons predict it? Or did the Bible and the Simpsons imprint it onto our psyches? And then through imprinting it, did we manifest it? That's something maybe to think about, right? Passion City says Trump definitely showed me if I have the power, I can do anything just like that, right? If you have the power, right? If the power is in your hands, you can use it, right? Some people, or a lot of us have the power, but we're waiting for permission to use it. Right, imprinted it, says Brit. Ashe says imprint it to believe and manifest. Ashe, I guess according to your belief. Ashe, right? You know, it's just a good, you know, I'm not saying that it wasn't predicted. I'm not saying that it was actually imprinted. I'm just saying that, you know, it might have been a little bit of both, right? Maybe it's a little bit of both, but, you know, I'm just saying, I'm just adding the other side of the coin. Peace to primordial being. I'm just, you know, just flipping over the coin and saying,
Maybe this is a possibility. Graffiti says, so the truth to my statement about existing to recover the broken, this was a homework piece that I gave Graffiti last week. Before I get to that, though, Passion City says, I believe imprint comes from lack of knowledge. That's an interesting perspective. You believe that imprint comes from a lack of knowledge. Okay. Passion City says you can't be imprinted if you use your discernment. Okay, so before I get to Graffiti, you said use your discernment. Okay, so discernment. Where's my phone at? I don't know where I put my phone. So I can't look it up. But discernment has to do with your ability to, critically think and make. Let me see. We got my phone here. I want to get the exact definition of discernment because this is important. I talked about this discernment thing before. Discernment, the ability to judge well. You have to use your discernment. You have to use your judgment abilities. If you use your discernment, that does not in any way guarantee that you're going to be able to successfully filter out the nonsense or see through the lies or the manipulations or anything like that, right? Because your discernment is, Pastor City says, if you use your discernment, then you can make proper decisions even to figure out. I would have to disagree and agree with that at the same time, right? I believe that is true and a lie at the same time. I believe that your discernment can, make it to where you make the proper, decisions and figure out the truth. But I also believe that your discernment is a skill level. It's a skill, right? And everybody is at a different level of discernment. See, use your discernment has been a popular phrase that has been thrown out there for whatever reason. But if you use your discernment to understand what the phrase is saying and understand the words, right? Well, then you'll come to realize, well, discernment is based off of your experiences, is based off of your ability to communicate, is based off of your education, is based off of what you've been exposed to, how you understand the world, what you study, what you've researched. It's based on your critical thinking abilities. It's based off your techniques and strategies that you have acquired, whether it be through formal teachings and educations and trainings, or whether it be through informal processes, right? So discernment is your ability to discern. See, discernment is an ability, and that ability is just like, you can make baskets. Anyone can put a basketball in the hoop if they shoot it. If they use their shooting ability, if they use their shooting hand. What's the only problem with that? Well, how accurate you're going to be with the shot is based on how skillful you are at shooting basketballs. That's the same thing with discernment. How accurate you're going to be with discerning is going to be based on the amount of knowledge and wisdom and understanding that you have, right? So that's the challenge with discernment. It's not enough to just discern. Your discernment is gonna, it depends on, your level of competency. How competent are you? That will dictate how well your discernment is going to work out. Pastor C says discernment is used to get you to the next step. It is used to get you to the next step, right? And it can only get you to the step that you are qualified to get to. Right? It can only get you to the step that you are qualified to get to. Right? So, it's a question that everyone to ask themselves. What level of discernment do I have? Right? How qualified is my discernment? Right? Do I know enough to really say that I have a trustworthy discernment? Right? Or am I still a little too naive in certain areas? Right? Passion City says I have enough discernment to show up here. Ashe, Passion City. So Graffiti has said to answer his the question I asked him last week on he explains it here. So the truth to my statement about existing to recover the broken and lost pieces of the soul, right? So he said he had an idea, a concept, a philosophy about how we may be possibly here in this existence to recover the broken pieces and the lost pieces of our soul, right? So that was the truth part, right? That was this part is true. So then I asked him, okay, would you be able to find the lie in that statement, right? Or the possible contradiction? The lie in it is that the soul was never lost or broken to begin with. We've only forgotten who we are. So in his perspective, that is the lie. That the soul was never lost or broken to begin with. How can it be broken like it's a piece of glass? Right? And that would make sense to me. It's like saying the sun is broken. Right? How does the sun break? Right? I get that. We've only forgotten who we are. Ashe. And the reason why I gave him that homework is so that, because based off of my my journey, I've come to the understanding that for those who want to transcend like I do, it's about breaking out of the matrix, breaking out of the third dimensional density. And to me, the only way that can be done is if you can see the truth and the lie in all philosophies, in all perspectives, in all ideas. As you can see, it's like, so for instance, the truth is, these lenses, peace to my Janae. The truth is these lenses, they assist my eyesight. They assist my eyesight. They make my eyesight stronger, right? Or more effective, right? More clear. But where's the lie? Well, the lie is it's weakening my eyesight because it's making my eyes dependent upon an outside tool instead of using the own lenses and apertures that are within my own eyeballs. So it's actually weakening my eyesight at the same time. All right. So that's the truth and the lie. That's how the lenses being helpful to my eyes are both true and a lie, right? And it's through that being able to look at all life, all existence in that way, finding the true in every statement and the lie in every statement. You then don't have to pick a side, but at the same time you're not indifferent. It's not that you're not picking a side either, because not picking a side just leaves you in limbo. No, but understanding exactly how both sides can be correct and how both sides can be wrong, what that does is that puts you in a constant state of, it puts you in a higher vibration. How? Because what is vibration? I feel like I should let that be the spiritual lesson. I feel like I should do that, but I feel like I will put that into the spiritual lesson. How seeing the truth and lie raises your vibration. But in a nutshell, it keeps you moving back and forth or up and down, depending on how you want to see the vibration. And to be God is movement. So by continuously being able to move back and forth, that raises your what? Frequency. Think what is frequency? Frequency is about how frequently the vibration goes from point A to point B. How frequently does it go up and down or left to right within a span of time, within a certain distance, right? The more times it goes up and down within, we'll say a second, the faster that it goes up and down, you can count it going up and down within a second, the higher the vibration, right? And then the higher the vibration, the more intangible a thing can become, allowing you to shift and phase out of certain planes of existence or between certain physical objects, right? So I think it has nothing to do with remembering, because I wrote it down, but if I don't get inspired to talk about anything else tomorrow instead, then I will talk more deeply about that tomorrow in tomorrow's spiritual lesson. Long time no talk, Ashe Majine. Said corrective lenses, as long as you can see clearly, huh? Ashe, right? I can see clearly, but at the same time, right? It's only temporarily correcting my vision. These corrective lenses, it's a lie. It's giving the illusion that it's correcting my vision. It's masking the fact that my vision is incorrect. And then we're assuming that the vision I see with these glasses are correct. Remember, I didn't create these glasses. I didn't create these lenses. Someone else created these lenses. And when they created these lenses, they created so that it would refract light in a certain manner, which means it's altering the way I see the world. If my eyes were at the level of health that they should be at, which I'm working on getting them there, if my eyes were at the level of health that they should be at, who's to say that I would see the world without the glasses with perfect 20/20 vision? Who's to say I would see it in the same way that I see it with these lenses on? How could these lenses know how I see? How could these lenses know how my eyes work? They can only guess how my eyes work, but they don't. Nobody knows how my eyes see things and interpret things, right? Because you're not seeing with your eyes. What are you seeing with your brain? So this is actually altering my vision. Which means I need to, make sure I develop my eyes back to where they once were, so I don't no longer need them. And I've been very seriously working on that recently. So we'll see where I'm at. Let's say in a year, if it takes that long, we'll see. Because I have improved my eyesight before, but only slightly. And that's when I was getting when I had last time I got my checkup to get new lenses, a new prescription, my actual prescription that got better. That's when I had first changed my diet. From eating just anything that I wanted to eat to going when I first went vegetarian, my eyesight had got slightly better, right? So I had already proven to myself oh, this actually can work. It actually is a thing. Passion City says, do you remember how you used to see? Vaguely. It seemed like when my vision started, I remember when my vision started to change, and I was in 7th or 8th grade. I can't remember which grade I was. I think it was in 8th grade. And when my vision started to change, then my experiences actually started to change. My experiences in especially specifically in sports, my experiences in sports started to change at that time. So I'm 110% sure that those perfectly correlate with each other, because remember, the eyes are the window to the soul. So when my eyes changed, the window changed. And when the window changed, that means a different energy, or you could say a different set of different spirits started maybe entering to my soul or leaving from my soul, but it changed. Therefore, my life went through a change, right? So it makes sense. It makes sense when you put it. I started to put it all together. Imagine said, true truths, one that strengthens and one that weakens. Ashe. Take charger out of iPad and charge the middle phone. Ashe. I will. I got enough juice for right now. JSCO, what are you doing to work on your vision? One, I'm doing some eye exercises that I knew about years ago. I just, it's all about taking the time to do things, right? So that was out of all the things that I do and I do exercise, I kind of just let that one kind of fall to the wayside. But I've started to pick it back up, but lightly. I still haven't gone full go with it. But I do some eye exercises. I've been staring into using the infrared light from my red light therapy lamp. I've been using that for my eyes. My eyes have been getting stronger with that. I've also started a new diet as well, and started a new detoxing regimen that seems to be pretty effective as well. Just really getting to the crux of the toxins in my body, as well as I've created. Like I said, I've established these new prayers as well. All these things I've been utilizing. Imagine it says carrots help improve vision. I share that. That is definitely the number one commercial health tip to improving eyesight is eating carrots, right? Which no one's proven that actually works, but I wouldn't say it doesn't work either, though. I wouldn't say it doesn't work either. It's because it's the vitamin K, I believe. So essentially, vitamin K. If I think that's the right vitamin. Vitamin K improves eyesight. I just said, "Oh, you heard that before?" Oh yes, I've heard that many times. That carrots improve. I've heard that way before I became in any way associated with this the holistic world, the spiritual world, that's just like growing up. You just something that's just that you just hear. Carrots improve the eyesight, right? So, or good for your eyesight, But no one really eats carrots like that, so it's the interesting part. But I believe it's the vitamin K. The vitamin K in carrots that do it. I think it's vitamin K. Let's see. JS Go. Nice. Yeah, I've heard that mentioned. Dr. Sabi, and I know he talks about healing eyesight. Yeah, he definitely does, right? I don't think carrots are like his thing, because most carrots are actually GMO carrots. So I think baby carrots are kind of straight. They just, but they still, just the way that they're farmed isn't always the best. So, but the kind of carrots, what are they called? There's like a Mexican carrot, or like certain type of carrots in South America. Vitamin A was a vitamin A, not vitamin K. They sound the same, right? A and K. So vitamin A that the carrots have. But the rainbow carrots, basically, the big like wild rainbow carrots that come in all the different colors, the purples and the browns and the reds and stuff like that, and as well as the oranges. Those are the carrots. If you're gonna eat carrots, then those would be the ones. Mangoes have vitamin A, Ashe. Jessica says, Jimarito honey and eye bright are two medicines that come to mind. Yes, right. They say eye bright as well. Eye bright, they say, is also helps to strengthen the eyes. Helps to strengthen the eyes as well. Right. I believe personally that all of those things do help the eyes, do improve the eyesight. I think they are just, they're only really useful. I think they're only really useful if, one, you either gotta take a massive amount of it, and or two, you have to get rid of the thing that's causing the issue in the first place, right? I think that's, I believe that's the real answer to any of these ailments, is actually deal with what's causing the issue in the first place, right? I don't think it's necessarily a lack of any particular vitamins, though that does play definitely a role. I think the first issue is heavy metals mixed with parasites, which the heavy metals is what gives birth to the parasites. So I would say the heavy metals is the first issue, and then the lack of the vitamins and minerals is the second issue, which are pretty much the result of the first issue. So I'm dealing with the main issue at hand, which is the heavy metals first. and attacking the heavy metals as well as the parasites heavily in these multiple fashions. Pastor says, I guess you just answered that. We see with the brain. I share. We do see with the brain, right? What if it was meant for you to see blurry, says Brittany, instead of having corrective lenses, a myth? Well, I mean, it's obvious. It's definitely obvious that I was meant to see blurry because I see blurry. It's whatever you're experiencing, you are meant to experience it because you are experiencing it. But then the next question is, why are you meant to experience whatever you're experiencing? What qualifies or what dictates what you are meant to experience? See, that's the next question that we should ask. It's a question that I've asked, and I believe that I have some pretty thorough answers to that question. And maybe you'll come up with some thorough answers to that question as well, right? But I already 100% believe that whatever I'm experiencing is meant to be. I'm more focused on why and how it was meant. And I've over time have come up with some pretty powerful and effective answers to that. Pastor says, I'm in school for holistic nutrition and wellness now. Ashe to that. Ashe to that. Vitamin A, C, E, Ashe. Crutch, yep, the glasses have come in Crutch. AO Ninja says, is it your diet that make you so chill-mannered, or is that natural? Ashe Ninja Biz. It is a combination of things. One, it is my diet. Two, it is my age as well. As you get older, you become calmer as well. Three, it is my purpose, right? The more that you become in tune with your purpose, that can also bring a sense of calmness as well. And then I would say four, it's it's my understanding of things, right? The more that I understand and study, the calmer I also become, because the more confident in self I become. The more wisdom I soak up, it's just it calms me, because I just feel it's like I feel protected by the knowledge, by the understanding, by the inner standing, right? I feel protected. I feel consoled. I feel nurtured by it. Peace to the Swag family, Sierra, right? That's why I have said this. There's been some time since I've said this, but I say sometimes that like the reason why we get stuck into negative emotions. Peace to Swag family. The reason why we get stuck in our negative emotions is only if you don't know enough. The less that you know about particular things that are of importance, the longer you will stay sad. The longer or the more often you will be sad. The longer you'll stay depressed, or the more often you'll be depressed. The longer you'll be angry, or the more often you will become angry. right? It's because you don't know enough. So then when you don't know enough, you can't get out of that emotion. Or it's real easy for you to keep falling back into those emotions, right? So yeah, those will be the main reasons why. Because I am not naturally a calm person. I've always growing up. I was always a very energetic person, right? Very childlike. Very I'm an Aries, so I was always very energetic, very like bouncing off the walls, very talkative, very you know what's it called? Uh, very action oriented, right? And then over time, I developed and activated this other side of me, this calmer side. But this calmer side would be my moon sign if I had to pinpoint it, right? My moon sign, which is Cancer. So my moon is in Cancer. My sun is in Aries, right? So what happened, so your moon is your emotions, right? Well, they say you're supposed to be in touch with your emotional side, emotional intelligence. They talk about these things, right? So I've learned to tap into my emotional side, my feminine side, my moon side. But see, tapping into your feminine energy does not, that's another lesson I have to do, right? Tapping into your feminine energy does not mean you have to necessarily be more soft or feminine. It can mean that. It doesn't necessarily mean that, though. It's more tied to your moon sign, which might be masculine, might be a more masculine energy, right? So let me write that one down as well. Tapping into your feminine through your moon, right? But tapping into my feminine side is my Cancer side. So the Cancer is going to be the calm side. But what we tend to do is when we tap into our feminine side, we usually we get triggered into it because the moon represents emotions, right? And I've learned to tap into it without being triggered into it, but to, isn't the moon always there? Isn't the moon rotating around the earth just like the sun is? Right? Well, I guess we're rotating around the sun, but then, some people say it's flat earth, so I don't know. But either way, there's a moon and there's a sun, right? Well, that energy of that moon and sun, well, the moon, my moon and my sun, I try to make them equally a part of my everyday existence and not just when the full moon's out, now I want to let my Cancer side come out. See, that's how you get all emotional. Majane says the most important eyesight is that third eye eyesight. What the physical eye may miss, the third eye can see clearly if it's healthy. Ashe to that, Majane. Ashe to that. I would definitely, agree with that on one aspect. On another aspect, I would disagree with that, right? Because I try to see the truth and the lie and everything, right? In one sense, yes, the third eye sees things that the two eyes cannot. In another instance, right, the two eyes, the physical eyes, have the ability to focus on they can focus on a vibration, on a frequency, more clearly, than the third eye can. Because the third eye represents one or an aspect of frequency or dimensions of vision, right? But the two eyes are also, see, the third eye, that's you. That's the third eye, that's you, right? But the two eyes are the mother and the father. The two eyes are the mother and the father. So no matter how much you open up this third eye, which can see further than the two eyes, right? Your vision will never be complete if your mother and father are not also clear. If your yin and your yang are not also clear. Right. So it requires all three. It requires all three. You see how it makes that triangle? Eyes, triangle. Three portals, 1, 2, and 3. It's a triangle. And then you have two nostrils and a mouth, another triangle. So you got a right side up triangle, you got an upside down triangle. They come together to create a 6-pointed carbon molecule star. Ashe. So like TN, Ashe. Like TN, right? You know, because TN had the third eye, but he still needed the two eyes, though. Because each eye sees a different dimension. Each eye sees a different array of vibrations. So you can see out of all three eyes. You can breathe out of all three holes, mouth and two nostrils. I can breathe a bigger gulp of air through my mouth than my nostrils. So in one sense, I breathe better through my mouth because I can get more air. That's the truth, but it's also a lie because I can breathe cleaner air through my nose. So they're both necessary. Same thing goes with the two eyes and the third eye. Ashe, so Jay Esco, I've been wanting to do the same. How are you detoxing heavy metals? Right, so like I said, I've been doing the grounding mat, right? To get a lot of the acid out of my body and the inflammation. 2, I've been taking zeolite, which is like some kind of volcanic mineral. I've been taking zeolite. I just ordered some. I'm waiting for it to come in. Some duck flour. I was cooking with a lot of cilantro. I'm about to start taking some chlorella. I just wanted a good source of it, so I found a good source of it. So I'm waiting for that to come in. So I'm using some chlorella. I've been using the infrared as well. I said lighting as well. I've been doing some, smoothie fasting during the week. So that's what I've been doing so far. Yes, and also the prayers as well. I've been doing prayers that focus on also removing the toxins and the metals and parasites and viruses and bacteria from the body as well. So you gotta also add in a spiritual component. I gotta write that one down because that's one that needs to be explained. That's one I've been it's been screaming in my head that people need to do, and I need to talk about that one. So let me. The prayers are super, super important. The prayers are super, super important. It's actually probably the main reason why a lot of these diets, people are struggling with their diets. Leanne says, hi, you're from England, UK, Ashe to the UK. So which is the third eye out of the three? Which is the third eye? Really, altogether, all three of them together is the third eye. You could say that, I don't know if you could say the third eye comes first, if the vortex comes, because it's a vortex. And it doesn't exist until the body exists. So, but then just like these eyes don't exist unless the body exists, right? So that's the only thing. Yeah, I would have to, but I would say just off the cuff, I would say them as a collective, they represent it's really not, they represent the three eye. I don't think there really is a third eye, to tell you the truth. This is just called the third eye because it's the third one that we recognize. We recognize these first two first, and then we recognize, so it's really, but there really is no third eye. There's just the three eye. Let's see, whenever we lose one of our senses, the others are strengthened, as are we, says my Janae. Right, that's what they say. I don't know if that's true for everybody. I don't know if it's true for everyone, right? It's definitely true for some people. I don't know if it's true for everyone, but it would make sense that it's true. It would make sense. All right. My Jane says, facts understanding helps you release a lot. Ashe to that. Feminine just means receptive, while masculine is projective. I wouldn't say it just means that, but that's definitely a major point of it, though. That is a major aspect of it, receptive and projective. The Trinity, says Bell Reeves, Ashe to that. Graffiti says, I always see an unk in some faces. Ashe. Ashe. I can definitely see the unk. I can see the unk, the cross, and then the forehead here, or even the upside down unk as well. The big hole, the two. I mean, yeah, definitely. The unk you can see it in many things. My Janae says, Brother Logas loves debating just like an Aries. Ashe. I do enjoy a little back and forth. We need all three. That's why we have them. Ashe to that. But the third eye can see what's hidden from the physical eyes. That's all I meant. Ashe. Ashe. At least that's what we think, right? At least that's what we think. I don't know. That's what is believed commonly, but I don't know. I don't know. I try not to just agree with something just because that's what is commonly said or commonly believed. So I don't know. Leanne says it all falls into place, but third eye is always right. Then your gut, if you ask me. So the third eye is right, and then the gut maybe. I don't know. I don't know. What I would say is that I don't know if I don't really think the third eye that we call third eye, I don't really think it sees anything. That's why I say I don't know. Because I don't think it sees anything. Because the chakras to me are just vortexes, they're portals. So I don't really think you see anything with this third eye, with this portal. I think it's just a doorway for you to see with either your mind or your brain, I guess. With either your brain, or with your eyes, but you're only seeing with your eyes, with your brain. So, but I think just the more activated this portal is, the clearer the more dimensions you can see with these eyes, or the more dimensions you can see with your, brain. As far as like, imagination and, astral consciousness traveling and, dreaming and all that type of stuff, right? I don't think this third eye really sees anything. I think it just it opens the doorway for the seeing parts of your being to see more. Right, but that's just me. That's just me though. Right. LMA says Duüblé is my Janae and his Mercury is in Aries, Ashe. Right. The strength of an Aries is critical thinking. Right. So it's not so much that I'm always debating, but I'm always just critically thinking about things. I'm just critically assessing what is being said. Along with my North Node, which is the Aquarius energy. So in that Aquarius energy, I'm trying to master the idea of transcending my thoughts and my ideas and not being boxed into any concept that anyone brings forth to me. So no matter what you tell me, no matter what you present, I feel it necessary that I have to, one, see the truth in it, but then two, see the lie in it as well and see beyond it, transcend it. Because that's what the Aquarius energy represents, transcendence. So I'm always trying to take what you say, understand it, and then transcend your understanding. Because otherwise I'll be boxed into your understanding. I will be limited to your understanding. So I'm always trying to find an understanding beyond whatever understanding you give me. That's just my own personal journey, though. It has nothing to do with, anyone on here or anyone I interact with personally. It's for my own personal growth and journey. AO Ninja says you can only play the game of existence to the beginning. That's interesting. You can only play the game of existence to the beginning. That's interesting. I kind of feel like I know what that means, right? But I would like to sit on that one a little bit more. But I feel like I'm already participating in that concept, in that idea. I feel like one of my soul healing guided meditation prayer that I'm working on actually is in alignment with that statement. Ninja Biz, Ashe. Ashe. The end of the beginning, Ashe. Leanne says, my stepmom, Ashe to that, was gifted and taught us as kids, Ashe. She always said, look at my third eye, then go by your gut and do not overthink. She was amazing and was always right. She has passed, but she was psychic and Reiki as well. Ashe, Leanne, Ashe, you know. So, you know, if that is the case, then I would say unequivocally that you should, if you believe, because you're telling me that, you know, of her abilities and gifts and her powers, and you're telling me that she was always right. So, and if you believe she was always right, and you believe you should follow what she said because she was always right, then by all means, you should follow. Right? Don't let my words of contrast or possible contrast, don't let them discourage you from following your truth and your belief system, you know. Instead, only try to understand why I say what I say and why I think what I think and why I believe what I believe. And try to filter that through your third eye. Let your third eye guide you to that understanding, and then let your your gut do the confirmation. All right. Use your stepmother's process to understand what I'm saying on the deepest of levels through the third eye, and then confirm it through the gut. Ashe. Right. That's how you use what you've been taught and what you believe in congruence with understanding what I'm saying, what I'm expressing. Right. That's how we can connect to each other without ever losing our connection to our own principles, to our own beliefs, or our own foundations, or our own structures, our own culture, to our own upbringing, whatever it is. That's how you hold on to you while still not only respecting another viewpoint, but actually understanding another person's perspective. So it's easy to accept or allow another perspective to be expressed. It's a whole nother powerful thing to actually understand what they're saying without ever having to let go of what you know to be true. And that's what I try to practice every day. That's what I'm practicing here. Where I'm showing you how I first listen and pay attention and try to find a way to understand what you're saying first. And then I flip it to give you my understanding of the same topic, of the same philosophy, or not, of the same idea. I then flip it to give you mine. That way I understand where you're coming from, but never lose who I am. And I never lose where I'm coming from. All right. Ashe. Ninja Biz says, lay down all thoughts, surrender to the void, it's shining. Ashe. Ashe. Leanne says, I do, but I'm not stupid. I'm always open to learning. Knowledge is power. Leanne says, I do, but I'm not stupid. I'm not sure. This is why, it's important that when you write a comment, I encourage people when you write comments to try to write in complete sentences, because when I say a couple things and you say, like, I do, but I'm not stupid, I don't know what the I do is referring to. So then I don't know what the but I'm not stupid is referring to. So now I'm like, the things get lost in translation now. So I'm like, I don't really know exactly what the I do what. So then I don't know how to take the part where I'm not stupid part. I don't know what you mean by you're not stupid. So I'm not sure how to take it, how to translate it, how to understand it. But then I'm always open to learning. It's like, okay, I'm just not really sure exactly where you're coming from there, Leanne. But I shake to that. Knowledge is power, right? But then I would flip that because I understand where she's coming from. Knowledge is power. I agree. But I have another perspective that disagrees. And that perspective says knowledge is only power if it is applied. Knowledge is only power if it is applied, right? But that does not take away, I'm not taking away that knowledge itself is power. I'm not taking that away. See, this is me explaining the whole concept of how I do things. I'm not taking it away that her truth is knowledge is power, because I believe that is the truth. Knowledge is power. But I also see the lie in the truth. And the lie is that knowledge is only power if it is applied. Right? So that's me understanding where she's coming from when she says knowledge is power. But that's me also understanding where I'm coming from when I say that it's only power if it's applied. Yes, Duublé, I debate for sport. It's how I sharpen my steel. I think Logas the same. I relate to that. Ashe. Third eye can see energy. My physical eye may show me a smiling face. My third eye will show me a jealous spirit behind that smile. It sees and feels. My Aquarius moon likes to overstand as well. I don't accept anything at face value, so I get where you're coming from. Ashe to that. Understanding is paramount. Ashe. She does listen to her mom. Okay, Duublé says, I do listen to her mom. Okay. You told her she should listen. Okay, I also told her that she should understand where I'm coming from. So I wasn't sure so I believe that you're probably correct, right? That's what she meant. But I'm still not 100% sure if that's what she meant. But that would make sense to me, right? But I said a couple of things in there that she could say I do too, and I want to make sure that, the secret fee says that's facts, Ashe. Leanne says it's referring to everyone has different opinions. Okay. And views. Okay. And I'm very open to hearing and listening to them. What I was taught is not gospel. Ashe. So what Duublé has said was spot on, right? So her intuition and probably her womanly vibes, allowed her to, and probably just from being on an outside perspective, because sometimes people will say things to her and she'll hear it one way, but then I'll hear it the way that it was intended as well. Sometimes, like, especially if it's in person or something like that. So sometimes it's kind of easier when somebody is on the outside, right? So then what I try to do, because since I'm the one on the inside, I'm the one having the interaction, the direct interaction, what I try to do is when I when I'm unsure, like, ooh, I don't know where this person's coming from right now, you know. So when I'm unsure, then I try to then start to just ask questions so I can just figure it out. So I can figure it out, or someone can maybe point it out to me, right? It was not offensive to you, by the way, Shay. The I am not stupid. It was a case of some people have a view and might think it's I am open, that's it. I'm open to learning. Shay, right? Yeah, you know, I didn't necessarily, I didn't take it as an offense, but at the same time, I did not take it as not an offense either. You know, I kept an open mind. I was like, well, this could be, Leanne could be, you know, being offensive right now, or being defensive in her case, right? She might be being defensive right now, right? And trying to be offensive, but she might not be trying to be offensive. I didn't know. I'm just not scared to, and by me not being scared to ask about it, you know, we come to an understanding. She explains it because I thoroughly explain how I don't understand. I'm not sure where she's coming from. And then I even explain on how it would help me if she explained it in a certain detailed manner, how that would help me to understand it now. I even explain what part of the sentences I don't understand. I don't know what this part's referring to. I don't know what that part's referring to, right? I understand this part of the sentence, but I don't understand this other part. And by me doing all of that, it made it easy for Leanne to explain exactly where she's coming from, all right? These are things I try to teach the children about communication. Don't be afraid to take your time with the communication. Break down what was said, right? Ask specific questions about specific parts of a statement, of a sentence, right? There's no rush. Take your time with it, right? But okay, yeah, that makes sense though. I say that makes sense, right? You don't take it as gospel. I got that, right? You know, I try to practice the same thing where I try not to take anything as straight just gospel, as straight just the truth. In fact, but I also try not to take anything as the lie either. Even the things that as soon as I hear them, I'm like, that's a lie. There are things out here, I'm like, immediately, that's a lie. That's wrong. But then as soon as I think, okay, that's a lie, that's wrong, I then try to think, okay, but even though that's a lie and even though that's wrong, how is it true? In what universe and what perspective and what dimension and what vision and what lens is what they're saying true? And when I do that, I find myself growing exponentially every time I do that. Leanne says, glad you asked, as I didn't want to offend you. Ashe, Leanne. I also did not want you to offend me either, right? Because I am, I become very in tune with all of my emotions and very comfortable with all of them. So I'm not afraid to say that I'm not afraid to be offended. I will allow myself access to be offended and to react in a I'm offended way. I will do that. But first, I like to make sure that someone's being offensive first. I need to make sure first. So when I hear something that's possibly offensive, I don't let it offend me. I digest it and try to figure out, wait a minute, are you being offensive? Let me just try to figure it out first. Then once I realize, oh, you are being offensive, now I'm going to respond as a person that is offended. Then I go off based off of, okay, what level of offendedness am I feeling right now? Because what level of offendedness should I be feeling, or I didn't put it into a category. See, there are steps that I take, right? First, I try to figure out, are you being offensive? And then once I figure that out, okay, then I kind of figure, all right, am I offended? It's like, okay, I am offended. Okay, well, what level of offense am I at, right? And what level should I be? I think I should be at. And then I try to kind of average it out, figure it out from there. And then from there, I then pick and choose how I'm going to hit you back with something. That's just my process, though. I like to be very calculative with my responses and my backlashes. Ninja Biz says, I judge both sides of the truth also. I shade to that, Ninja Biz, right? You can understand and reject, says my Janae. That's a scientific approach Aquarians take often, I say. They study a hypothesis, reject it, and continue their research until they find a hypothesis they accept, Ashe. Seek the truth that lies within the lie, Ashe. Unveiled, okay. My Janae, Aquarius energy is genius level smart, Ashe to that, because they have open minds and take the time to understand, okay. You're definitely fulfilling that North Node, Aquarian purpose. Logas Ashe to that. I appreciate the confirmations, my Janae. I am doing my best to walk in and unveil the path of the Aquarian, right? You know, I've said for quite some years that to different people that, you know, we're not in the Aquarian age, because the Aquarian, hold on, let me bring YouTube back on. I've said for years that, you know, we are not in the Aquarian age, because the Aquarian age is based off of a number system, and that number system is based off of what the term age means. Age is like the term century or decade, right? A decade is 10 years. A century is 100 years. An age is 2,160 years, right? So, you know, I base it off of that. And I saw that as the truth. But now I see how that is also the lie. Because we are in the Aquarian age. We just went into the Aquarian age, personally, in my opinion, when Pluto went into Aquarius. To me, that's a micro version of the Aquarian age. And it's in Pluto for the next 19 and a half years. So I believe that that is the, on another perspective, that is the Aquarian age that we are in. And I'm trying to take advantage of that. And Ninja Biz says, I'm so mind blown on how little time I feel I have on Earth. I ignore offensive stuff. I see that. I get that, right? I totally get that. Right? We have so little time, it's like, why be offended by anything, right? That's the truth. So the lie in that truth for me personally is that, but we exist forever. Whether I'm going to exist forever in this body, which is what I'm trying to do, or whether I'm just going to keep reincarnating, which is what we're going to do anyway, right? Energy is not destroyed or created, is merely transformed, right? So if that's the case, if we're always going to be, you know, reincarnated or transferred or restart over this life or transcend and stay in this existence, right? No matter what, or even if we die and go back to the void and go back to source, or just go back to nothing, or go into nothingness, whatever it is, no matter what it is, it's eternal. It's either eternally existing in some form or fashion, or we're going to die eternally. Either way, it's eternal. So in my mind, it doesn't matter if I accept the action and the reaction and the emotion of offensiveness or not. It doesn't matter, because eternally is eternally, no matter what. It's going to be eternal. Either death is going to be eternal or existence is going to be eternal. It's still eternal. So why not live in the moment? If I dealing with something offensive, then I want to respond to it. Even if I knew I was going, even if I knew I only had if I knew I had a year to live, just 1 year, I would engage in every emotion possible. If I knew I had 1,000 years to live, I would engage in every emotion possible, because it would still be the same outcome. It's like, you're going to die in a year anyway. What does it matter? You're going to live for 1,000 years. So what does it matter? You can be offensive for 10 years, and then offended for 10 years and then get over it 10 years later. I still got 990 years. It's like, I've looked at it from both perspectives, whether life is short or whether life is eternally long. It's like, it really doesn't matter. It's just a choice. Do you want to engage in the emotion or not? I've decided that I'm willing to engage in all the emotions, the positive and the negative. But mostly because I feel that they will, all the emotions are equally as important in teaching me how to transcend. That's my main reason why I do it. Leanne says, can't we all be calculated with our response? But I needed to clear the air as I wasn't trying to be offensive. I wanted you to know I'm open to learning more. I'm Virgo, so understanding. Ashe. Virgos are very understanding. They are very, very good at connecting with people and networking with people and understanding many different perspectives and sides. And they're good at putting themselves in other people's shoes, right, and showing that as well. So I definitely understand that, Leanne, the Virgo. Jesco says, I love it. Try Jesus, don't try me, because I throw hands. Ashe to, what's his name? Toby Negwegwe, something like that. Facts, Ashe. Ashe. So I think that's a good point that we've gotten to everybody, right? This was a good build, right? So I think we'll go ahead and cap it off there as we say Ashe, Asante, and Amen. Ime Kamalika, it is done. And we'll see you tomorrow for the Sunday night build. Ashe.